Happy Friday, everyone, and almost full moon. I thought I'd do a little, mostly a garden check-in. We had some sun today, so that was nice, so that helped with working out in the garden. But I also had planned on making some some more of my cyanotypes, like these ones, but the ones with the palm, because I had picked some angelica blossoms and some valerian blossoms, and I was gonna do the herb ones. But in any case, I told myself, I went out there at 10:30 and I said, okay, I'll work until about noon and then I'll work on the cyanotypes. Well, once I got into the gardening, I just kept going, so I was out there until 3. So that was a good long stretch, maybe 2:45. Anyway, so I came in and took a shower and had a little bite to eat, and I'm pretty tired now, but I thought I would, before it completely clouds over again. It's supposed to like rain a lot tomorrow. I'm working on some cloth cyanotypes that are going to be for like a string of flags for the welcome dinner for Laurel and Joshua's wedding. So I'm kind of starting on that. But you can see out through here how nice it is to look out and see all the plants in the garden. So I had 3 more of the shrubs taken out there, but I still have to get up to edible landscaping to get. I want to get a bush cherry, and what else did I want to get for there? Oh, I can't remember. Have to look at their website. Maybe get a persimmon for the backyard and a suckle pear. But I did dig up a little bit of sassafras root from that area. And oh yeah, so excuse me for not being like more coherent right now. So all of the gold dust tacuba was taken out, and I will show you what I did today. Hey Avery, are you hearing trucks? Is that what's bothering you? Things are growing out here slowly, but they just haven't had much sun. But I can show you that. The bitter melon seeds that I saved from my bitter melon plants that I grew last year are finally coming up. So those, hopefully if nothing bothers them, I'll have some bitter melon plants. And maybe they taste really bitter, so nothing will bother them, I don't know. And I also am getting a little bit of new growth on my yuzu, although I need to repot that. I may put it in that one. Avery, I picked some of my greens today. So, out here. So they took out the gold dust tacuba, and I went over to Lowe's and got some cheap plants, a couple of blueberries and another fig. And so I planted the 2 blueberries here and the fig right there, and I transplanted these guys. I had them out back and they weren't doing very well, so I transplanted those. And that was a new shoot of the thornless blackberry I had out back that had spread, so I brought that one out here too. So that's all doing good. Here's my Mexican tarragon that came back. And the hops are doing pretty well. They're climbing. Everything here is kind of status quo. The Rosa Canina keep growing. I tied off all my, daffodil greens to let them finish up doing what they need to do. There's the other Rosa Canina. So they're putting out new shoots too, so that's good. I don't know if I'll get any blooms this year or not. And the California mugwort over here is doing fine. It's kind of tall and leggy, but I don't care. Avery, what you gonna do? You gonna come with me? And as you can see, all the clovers growing nicely. More of the astilbe, the astilbe is doing well, and more of the little roots are coming up. One of my morning glories, this tansy is doing nicely. And that's the clematis. The tea plant's doing really nicely. All of these guys along here are doing fine. And of course, like I showed you before, we still haven't actually come into bloom yet, but there's the buds. This, something's back there. What's going on with my mugwort? Well, the rest of it looks good. And the oats, I don't know when they're going to put up their little stalks for the oats, for the seeds, but they're doing nicely too. That tomato's fine. Things are still getting kind of chewed, but I think once we have some warm weather for a while, maybe they'll do okay. Put in a couple of tomatillo there, and then another couple over there. And this is all the, well, that's comfrey, but that's all the linaria. And here I had my first California poppy blossom. It was opened up before, I guess when the sun went away it closed back up. But I think these are all going to be different kinds of poppies here too, which I'm excited about because I love poppies. And if anybody knows what these are, let me know, because they sure are growing well, but I don't know what they are. Here's a little, what is that, a Sweet William? All the the lavender is getting ready to bloom, and in fact one of them already has some little blooms on it there. The wormwood's doing great, the horseradish is doing well. Let's finish this bed before I come over there, so let's go over to this end. So there's a lot of culinary herbs in here. Here's another Tagetes lucida, the Mexican tarragon, but the catnip's doing well. The parsley's doing well, but it's already kind of going to stalk, which is odd. The rhubarb's doing well. And these are all the mints. I might make like a mint simple syrup with some of these. These are all doing well. There's some, I believe that's red clover, because I have another one out there and a third one over there, but it's red clover, but it actually looks more pink. The color's not showing very well there, but there's a couple more. And that stevia, I think I pointed out that stevia came back. The Agrimony is going to put up a bunch of blossoms this year, which is kind of cool because they're really neat, stocky blossoms, yellow flowers. That sage is done fabulous. That one's doing well. I've got I tucked in some okra here and there. Oregano. There's a little pepper. I put in some other little eggplant too. And these are my Jerusalem artichokes. I had a bunch of the tubers sitting in the refrigerator for the longest time, and they were getting kind of soft. And I thought, well, let me try planting them. And so I planted them, kind of forgot about it, and then I saw them coming up, and I didn't know for sure what they were, and then I remembered what I had planted. It's like, oh, that's neat. So, oops. So there's another one right there. The hollyhocks come back from last year. These are all cone flowers. And Avery, where you going? What you doing? I was putting in a bunch of coriander seed today too. I've got a Japanese eggplant blossom already, and the new cucumbers I planted around here are doing much better than the Armenian cucumbers. Yarrow, I think that's Russian sage. And there's some bee balm. I don't know what these are, but they smell really nice. And so I expanded this bed here, all along here, put in another tomato and a pepper. That's what I was doing today after the stuff at the side of the yard. And this is where did I already show you this in the last one? I don't remember. Where I'd done the layering of the wood chips and the mulch, and there's some buckwheat seed in there. These are squash, and there's peppers and basil, and there's what was that little guy there? Oh darn, I can't remember what he is. I remembered marshmallow was one of the ones over on the other side, but I can't remember what this one is. And I put poppy seeds in there. I don't know how well they'll do. But this bed is doing very nicely, filling in. The Coreopsis are about ready to bloom. And so are the... Oh, look it! I already have a bloom on my borage. Awesome. There's another one there. And the chamomile's going to stalk too, which is good. And all the calendula are doing well. Everything in this bed's doing pretty well. I'm cutting the flowers on the valerian because I don't want too much of it to seed, because I've got plenty of plants. And this is a marshmallow. I couldn't remember what it was last time. That's a marshmallow. There's lots of feverfew and motherwort babies coming up in here. And that's another red clover that got eaten by something. And these guys are all the angelica are coming along, and the ashitaba. Everything along here is doing pretty well too. And the St. John's wort is doing pretty well. So I think that's about it. Avery, come on. Come on, go back inside. Come on, Avery. Come on. Let's go inside. Yay. Yay. So I'm anxious to see, or curious, I should say, to see how these things do along here. I'm glad to have those Goldus tacuba out. They didn't take out the roots, but that's okay. I'll just keep hacking away if they grow back. Come on, Avery. And I might get like some trellis-like thing for the berries. Yay! Oh man, I am really tired. I'm really tired, Avery. I spent a lot of time out there. I picked some more comfrey, so I'm letting it dry a little bit out here, and then I'll do a second infusion with the oil that I have already infused once. Ah, that was gonna fall. And that's about it, really. I just wanted to give you a check-in with the garden, and I made another submission. There was another show, this one is in Kentucky, that has to do with, it's all mediums of art, and it has to do with our relationship with plants and our interaction, and I thought that's perfect for my Baba Yaga series. So I sent in a few of those, and I don't remember when they notify if the work has been accepted into the show or not. So that's two shows that I really hadn't intended to enter anything into, and I just happened to have work that fit, so I'm happy about that. And tonight I'm just gonna relax. Me and Avery, right, Avery? Are we gonna relax together? What do you think? Gotta sweep up my patio. There's still pollen out there. And I can see it's starting to cloud over again. They're saying we might get like really heavy rain tomorrow, so that's gonna be interesting. But at least I got like a lot of the gardening stuff that I wanted to get done, and I'm glad I got another section dug up over there for my tomatoes. Once we start getting some warm weather, I think everything's going to really fill in. But it's still doing nicely. I still have to do more out at that section. I have some more cardboard. I don't know how many wood chips are actually left out there from where they from where they ground the stumps, but certainly enough to do another section right around the front. I don't know if it's all going to get done this year, this season, or if I might just call it quits pretty soon after I get the rest of that section where the tomato is dug up, and just use all the space that I have to fill in, and then just start concentrating on my artwork. So, all right, happy full moon tomorrow, and yeah, I hope you're all doing well. Bye.